Hello everyone, my name is Vidya Lalgudi Jaishankar. Welcome to the fourth episode of the podcast series featuring interviews with women who stammer, sharing their inspiring stories with others. Today our guest is Oishika Saha. She is from Kolkata. She did her schooling in Kendriya Vidyalaya, Ballygunge. I think I'm pronouncing it okay.
Yes,
She
yes, yes.
completed her bachelor's with honors in accounts and finance. During her college days, she dabbled in theater acting and later was trained at the Frankfinn Institute of Air Hostess Training. She worked as guest relation officer, executive for two years with ITC, and she now works in in an insurance company as a development officer in sales and marketing department. She loves making mandalas, which she finds very therapeutic, and would like to make YouTube career out of it. So yeah, so we have, Oishika here. Hi, Oishika. How are you?
Hello, thank you so much. I'm very good and thank you for this generous introduction. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And it's a pleasure to have you here. And I'm so excited to talk to you about a lot of things and to know you more. To know about you more. So first, how has been your weekend?
It's been great. I have been spending it with my friends, so it has been great. Great. After a long time, my friend has come from Hyderabad, so we have been chilling the whole weekend and having fun. So my weekends were great. Again, the Monday comes and Monday blues comes.
Yeah, Monday blues. I think it will start in another 3 hours, I guess, the Monday blues.
Yes. Yes.
So my first question is that at what age d- did you start to stammer, and how was your support system at the time? Like, were your friends aware of the concept of stammering? Like how they, react to it? If you can share that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, when I was in, so I was born and brought up in Kolkata, West Bengal. But then my dad has a very transferable job. After 5 years, he transferred. So my dad got a transfer in Andaman and Nicobar. So we shifted there. So for 4 years, my I didn't have a speech problem actually. I was very fluent. I was an extrovert kid. I used to get good marks. I was a very good, like perfect in the sense. I don't want to tag it, but yeah, I was very extrovert kid. Whole class was my friend, that kind of thing. But then I shifted to Kolkata, West Bengal. I think the environment got changed very quickly for me. So and at that such an impressionable age, I feel my I was very confused. Like the language changed very quickly because in Andaman and Nicobar, people used to speak more in English and Hindi. And in Kolkata, people used to speak more in Bengali. So I think my language, like the language barrier came, and then I started stammering when I was 4. That's what my mom and dad said. So yeah, after that, pretty much I did not have a support system like that because I was figuring out it on my own only, like what to, trying to figure out on my own, on how to handle this actually. I did not have a support system as such. And it's not a thing like at such a tender age, you don't know how to um, talk to people about this because you are figuring it out on your own, right? Because I was confused. Like, if I don't have a sense of it, then how am I supposed to explain it to my uh, friends or like other people, as in what I'm going through, right? So, yeah, it was not a very easy flow. And then my whole personality as well got changed. Like I said, I was a very extrovert kid, right? And it it shifted to being a very introvert and shy kid. So yeah, that was my whole journey. And friends and family, not as such. They like I it's like not their fault as well because I never included them as well in this journey. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Were you, were you introduced to speech therapy, something like that in your childhood, or even in the later part of it? You yourself, enrolled in speech therapy or something like that.
mhm. So my mom and dad were not aware that something like this, like speech problem, has is exists,
Okay.
because they were equally shocked when I all of a sudden started,
Mm.
having this speech problem. So they were shocked as well, like as in what happened and how it happened. So my mom tried to, um, cure it by um like homeopathically,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
in like they used to say that like put some haldi and ginger paste in your tongue,
yeah.
which will
Yeah.
make the tongue heavy so you can speak fluently. So they were not very much knowledgeable about it. So yeah, and as for speech therapy, I guess when I was in class 7, uh, I asked my mom and dad to enroll me in a speech therapy classes. So after 2 sessions, I was like, I don't want to continue this because I feel that the speech therapists, they themselves don't know how to uh, help, you know, cure it or fix it, or make us aware that it's okay, because they are they have a very textbook knowledge to
Exactly.
help someone. To help someone with a speech problem, they need to some kind of they need to know how, what are the problems a speech, like a person who has a speech problem faces. They need to themselves have some kind of knowledge to actually help us. So the things they used to say was sing the letters, sing the words, like that, speak slowly and everything. But it's not always speaking slowly, or because you can't, in certain situations, you can't control your emotions, right?
Exactly.
In certain situations, you get nervous and you start, panicking, and then it's mostly psychological. So I guess the speech therapist need to know that speech therapy is not only practicing, it's like psychologically conditioning it, and plus speech exercises. Together they can, we can help actually cure it to the point where we can handle certain situations and we not get panicked and just um yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Actually, that's a good point. But there are people, nowadays, people who stammer, they themselves want to be SLPs, speech language pathologists, because they can understand the psychology behind stammering, and they can also provide a better coping mechanism, or like better management of stress around it, especially. So I read an article somewhere that uh, people who are trained SLPs sometimes find it very hard to uh, uh, treat, or to have that kind of a patient. I mean, they cannot able to uh, deal with people who stammer, because that needs some kind of uh, psychological understanding as well. So that's why
Right.
nowadays people who stammer are encouraged to join SLPs. I have heard that, I have read that somewhere. Like I'm not able
That
to
will be a good
quote the
change.
source.
I think that will be a good change, because sometimes, see, what I feel is there were days when I used to, when I was a kid, actually, I used to stammer a lot. But then I joined theater, and because I used to speak so much, my actually my speech problem like was almost reduced to the point where I didn't used to stammer at all, be it any situation. So, uh, and like because in theater group there was a guy who himself used to stutter. So like he actually helped me a lot. Helped me to get a sense of it, why it happens, how it can mask it or cover it or help in certain situations. So I got a sense of it, and so I learned how to um handle my stammering because when I was a kid, there was no awareness during that time. So I was always so conscious. So I get to like there were such certain situations when I used to get so much more conscious that I used to stammer more. But now I know how to cope with those situations. So I stammer to a limit.
Mm-mm.
So yes.
But I think like I'm not quite sure about masking it because in many cases masking will eventually you cannot do that for a long time because covert stammering is something nowadays people want to come out of it and become more of a overt stammering. So I think like it's better to stammer openly and be okay with that because that itself takes away the huge burden, like
So this shift of perspective I have got after joining TISA and after meeting Sachin sir. So earlier I had no support system or awareness or how to handle it. So whatever I could make sense of it, I did. So, but after joining TISA and after meeting Sachin sir, the acceptance of your like yes, you have speech problem and it's okay. It's not the end of the world. It's like it's not it does not define you. This kind of acceptance I have got after meeting such and such. And now and honestly now I can say that I'm not afraid to accept.
yeah.
I have it's been only 1 month, so now I don't try to mask it. Now I say whatever I want to say, even if I take time, I will take time. But I will say the words I am going to. So
Yeah.
yeah, after meeting him, it's like a perspective.
Yeah,
My
yeah,
perspective has
yeah,
changed.
I understand. That's and also the community, TISA community, has been like
Right.
for me meeting PWS together
Mm-hmm.
is something new to me, to be honest. Like I have been with
Mm-hmm.
British Stammering Association, but I
Okay.
was not quite involved in that uh, much because I was busy with my college and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
now I feel this community, when I joined TISA, was even more a very soul searching journey, I could say. Like,
Yes.
it feels really good to be a part of it. And my second question is about we know that theater give importance to body language and
Mm-hmm.
facial expression as much as it gives importance to words and voices. So,
Mm-hmm.
and also when it comes to, I mean, hospitality, body language plays a significant role in how we deal with customers. So, I mean, as a person who stammers, what has been your experience with using nonverbal communication in both theater as well as in, I mean, hospitality domain? My stammer affects the way that I performed in my theater as well as how I usually have conversation with anyone for that matter. So how has your stammer has helped you in that? Because there is a lot of positives in stammer, I believe.
So when I joined the theater group, mm, like I said, after joining my theater group, my stammering has reduced a lot because in theater, I have learned that you play characters, you don't play yourself. So when I used to play characters, I used to shift my mind to their mindset, like as in how would they talk, how would they behave, how would their hand gestures be, or how would their body language be. So so when I used to shift my mind to their mindset, I actually used to stammer very less. And because I used to stammer a lot, I have noticed this, that when you talk very loudly and using your hand gesture, your stammering, you can, control the limit of your stammering, if you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah, I completely understand because your
yeah,
mind focuses on other aspects rather than on
yes,
stammer. Yeah, I
right,
can
right,
totally
right.
relate to it.
Yeah. So that's how I feel like the stammering was with my was during my theater days. Like it helped me shift to a mindset where I was where I was in other mindset, where I used to play the different characters. So I used to think like with their perspective. So yeah, I used to stammer a lot less. And in hospitality sector, when I worked in ITC almost for 2 years, so there was a brief time when yeah, because I did theater, because I used to, put myself in different mindsets. So when I joined hospitality, I didn't know how to cope, because um, hospitality is a very pressure, like there's a lot of pressure, and there are very angry customers then come, so you obviously get very anxious, right? So I have developed an accent which has helped me. Yes, actually, I used to, yes, I like the English I used to speak before joining ITC and after joining ITC is very different. So I have developed a different accent, which actually allowed me to talk way more smoothly than I could have. So yeah, and the body language has obviously changed a lot. I use a lot of hand gestures to divert my mind. Like I have this tendency that when I focus that, so how do I explain this? So there are times when my mind says that, oh, you are going to get stuck in this particular word. Oh, you are going to stuck. So when I use my hand gestures, my mind gets diverted. So the the words I get usually stuck in, because of my hand gestures and my accent, I don't. Like it gets reduced a lot. So I have learned a lot of tactics to on how hand like on how to handle it, and that's only because I have done theater and I have worked in hospitality sector for almost 2 years.
That's
So I have learned this voice modulation as well. So it has actually benefited me a lot on how to cope it. That's what I'd
yeah.
say.
I was exactly like you. Uh, but the problem that I faced is that when I started to have that kind of a mindset outside, I felt like I'm pretending to be somebody else. Like it did not sit
Yeah.
well with me. I when I did characterization in theater also, I was finding it
Mhm.
so easy to I mean, hide my stammer and stuff like that. It was I was also thinking like, oh, I if I adopt this outside, I will be able to control it or like this thing. But my problem is that I could not able to have that kind of uh, uh, put a mask over and then talk is something which I was finding it difficult. But I'm not saying like that's wrong. For me,
Mhm.
I felt that kind of uh, not being true to myself or something like that. So
Yeah.
I started to. That's the time like I felt like okay, that is theater. Okay, let it be like that. Like if I
Mhm.
really have to be in a place where I have to, be fluent or something like that, sometimes very rarely I took that as a way of dealing it, but most of the time, say almost 95% of my time, I will make sure like I stammer. Because once I started to overtly stammer, I felt way too comfortable with myself. So
Right.
that is a for for a long run. I feel like that will have a very good uh, impact on our mental health, especially. Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with what you have said right now that when you pretend to be someone else, after like it's not sustainable. After
Yeah,
a
exactly.
point of time, you get very tired. And there are times when I get very tired because like I am not being myself, right?
Sorry.
Yeah. So like you said that when you characterize or pretend to adopt a personality which is not true, obviously. So it gets very tiring. It's not sustainable, obviously. And like there are most of the times when I get very tired because I am I'm trying to portray a person which
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah.
So it gets very tiring. But this self-acceptance thing is a long journey. It's like not
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
overnight.
Yes.
So and like I'm trying really hard to do it. And I am like I have joined TISA only it's been a month, but after joining and after finding a community where people are so accepting, I am actually getting a confidence boost and like I am like thinking ki it's okay to not mask. It's okay to like talk uh, like uh, like we talk. It's fine. So yeah, but yes, it's a long journey. It's a continuous process we have to do.
Yes. 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 Yeah. What other things that really you felt uh, connected with Tisa? Like what made you feel uh, that this community has helped you apart from the
Okay.
self acceptance journey? Uh, how else it has made an impact in your life?
Um, I gave this speech problem, my stammering thing, a lot of importance because I had no awareness about it. So I always very conscious. I always used to think, and then I made a I found so many girls and boys who stammers, and they are so confident with themselves, even if they stammer. Like they're like, if I'm speaking, even if I'm getting stuck, you have to like hear me out because my voice is important. So
Exactly.
I never had this mindset. I always used to think that fluency is the topmost thing. So this is something I have learned from Lisa, and this has given me a new confidence. So this is one major thing that has happened with me, and self-acceptance is the second thing. Yeah, these are the two things which I am very grateful for Lisa, that my voice matters.
Wow.
Even if I'm not like speaking properly, it matters. Just
Yeah. 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 That, yeah, you nailed it. uh, as a women who stammer, I mean, as a woman who stammers, what unique perspectives or insights can you share, like in various aspects of life? Like, do you think you handle stammer differently than how man handles, like in with respect to it's not like they I mean they and I mean handle it emotionally differently and we handle it emotionally differently. So in that aspect do you find any difference? Or also and also when it comes to society's perception, do you find any difference in that way?
okay. So uh, I will answer you this, but see, I have met few guys like outside of visa who stammers. Okay, and so people who stammer, they always have difficulty in finding job, right? So and when you don't have a job, it's like a different like pressure. Like you get very low self confidence because obviously. you stammer, so you get difficulty in getting a job. If you get difficulty in getting a job, then
Yeah.
society, what will like society say? How will you get married? And these
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So when I have interacted with them, so I've seen that they have this problem and mindset. Feel like how will society accept me? And as opposed to a girl, even if you have a job or no job, you can get married. Like I have seen this in my surrounding like that. So this is something I feel I don't think I have answered your question properly.
That's fine. It was difficult to find this kind of community where we can actually understand what others are feeling. So now only we have joined TISA and we are being
Mhm.
exposed to a group of, I mean, yeah, set of people who have our similar problems. So it will take a time for us to have that introspective journey when it comes to how
Yes,
we handle things. But for me personally, what I felt was that in India, especially, we tend to give a kind of a the women are expected to be perfect when it comes to
okay.
eloquency, when it
Mhm.
comes to presentation aspect of it. Okay, so which I find a little bit should, I mean, there should be conversations about that. A higher expectation has is being put
Yeah,
upon
that is there.
us, especially when it comes to how you present yourself, and
Mhm.
voice and eloquency and how we talk plays a role. This kind of a misconception of uh, social interpersonal uh, norms that they say is that is something which I find it really I mean, it's not in going in the right direction. That's what I feel. One of our TISA members, she's a long time TISA member, Soumya. She says,
Mhm.
like it's like having blue colored eyes and red color hair. It's something like that. It's like just a way of talking. She said it
Yes, yes.
perfectly. So we have to normalize stammering as much as possible.
Yeah.
One of the
And and like thank God because of social media, it has been normalized a lot. I feel that people are much more aware now that
yes,
yeah, like there are speech problems, like people talk differently. So yeah, I feel it it is very much normalized right now. People are more patient right now because my childhood people didn't know about this and people were not patient as well, be it teachers or students.
yeah,
But now I feel that people are becoming understanding because the stammerers like us are coming out of their shells and uh, saying what we want to say despite of having
yeah,
like not speaking perfectly. So yes,
yeah.
the awareness is much more now.
Yes, yes, you are very right in that. But more can be done, and that's
Yes,
the
yes, but
yeah,
more
more
can be
can
done.
be
Like
done.
long way to go, long way to
Especially,
go, but
yeah,
it's a start.
yeah, especially when it comes to representation of stammering in media and also in books, in
Mhm.
literature, and a lot of things. There can be more authenticity and more uh, inclusion should be there.
Mhm.
Authentically, representation should be there, basically.
Right.
Um, so my next question is, you draw mandalas, and
Yes.
that is something. It's a very um, it needs a lot of concentration and focus.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so, what aspect of mandalas do you find therapeutic?
So, I have started drawing when I almost was in my darkest phase, where I was very frustrated of my family thing, and like I didn't have much of a sister, like people who could understand. So yeah, so then I started drawing because drawing I feel is like a meditation. So when I used to draw those patterns, like slowly, slowly, that was the time that I felt. very, it was very therapeutic because like I did not need to hurry to make the like lines. I could be slowly drawing the lines, and you know, there was no pressure at all. Like I did not have to, pretend to be something. It was just me and the blank sheet, and I was like just drawing, taking my own time, and nobody is saying or putting pressure on how I use, like how I have to draw the line or how it is supposed to be. It's just me and the drawing, even if it's shaky or like even if it's bent, it is no expectation. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel is like therapeutic
Oh,
about the
wow.
mandalas and the drawing. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's what I love. Like that's why I love art so much. You can just do 10 strokes, random strokes, and it can still be like beautiful. There's no expectation that it has to be like this only. Like you have to put
Exactly.
a stroke like this only. You can put a stroke like diagonally, parallel, anyway, and
Exactly.
it's still perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why I love art.
Yeah. I mean, art as a wonderful approach towards imperfection. It's like
Mhm.
people they find beauty in imperfection, and like that term itself, the imperfection. When I say that itself, it feels very weird and awkward because nothing is imperfect. Everything is perfect in its
No,
own
exactly.
entity, in its own identity. Everything is perfect. So,
Correct.
uh, yeah, art can make it more explicit. That's what I feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I can express better in art than I can express like by my speaking, and like
You
they take
express you express very well in speaking. I'm sorry for interrupting. You express very nicely how when you speak. Yeah.
thank you so much, but I am very nervous right now, so I'm very fidgety, but still, thank you so much. It means a lot.
Thank-
So in art, like whatever, like however you draw, people will just accept it. There's no expectation, right? But in like the way you speak, there is expectation that you have to say the words like this only. You have to pronounce it like this only. But in art, there's no expectation. Whatever you draw, they will just take it and they will find the beauty in
Exactly. I hope
it.
they
So
do
yeah,
it in, and I hope they do it in how we speak also, like, yeah, you'll
they
hope for
will, they
the,
will for sure.
yeah,
Over the period of time, they have started.
yeah,
So it's over
yeah,
the period of
yeah,
time.
yeah,
Long way
yeah,
to go.
yeah. Very right. So, what are your future ambitions and goals? And I mean, you were
Uh,
saying about you want to make a YouTube career out of uh,
right.
the making
Mandala.
yeah, mandala videos. Like, it takes a lot of uh, perseverance and to do that. So how do you find that inspiration to uh, take it further each and every day? Because I know, like, for me, I put five works in my Instagram, and then I will sleep off, and it's been a long time since I have put another work there. But so how do you find that constant motivation to upload videos, that kind of thing?
So, so I'll tell you something. Like I said, art is very relaxing for me. Art is like a meditation for me. So whenever I start drawing, I can sit for like usually I can't sit in a same place for more than an hour. But when I'm drawing, I can sit for straight 4 hours and I can like I will not get tired at all. So that's why I want to make a career out of my, mandala drawings because I love drawing and like it makes me calm. So if I can turn my passion into, a career, it will be more of like more an enjoyable journey for me because the job that I have done, it has molded me into a person, like into a better person. But right now, I feel that I want to do something which I love and is not expected of me. And I have always loved art and creating. So creating content and making art is something I know I'm very good at, and like I can take it to some like to a good level where I can, uh, you know, where I can earn and as well be happy, right? So yeah, my future ambition is to have a very successful YouTube career. So I have been consistent for a very long time, like for 2 to 3 months, and I'm shocked as well because I am not very persistent. Like sorry, this. So yeah, this this is making sense to me. So I want to do it in the long run as
Wow.
well. That is my future goal
Wow.
to
When you
make
say
good
like this,
art and
yeah,
Mhm.
sorry. Yeah.
to make like to be able to make good arts and sell my drawing. That is my future goal. Not like a book, but that is my future goal.
Oh, my best wishes for that. I really think if with the right attitude and with the right focus, I think it will surely be a very feasible
Right.
thing, honestly. Um, so thank you so much. Uh, and
Mhm.
thanks to the viewers. Nidhi, do you want to, ask anything to, Oishika?
Uh, Actually, I just joined in between, so I don't know what we're going in this call. Okay, I just heard that she loved drawing and what is her uh, future goals. Okay, so as I saw a post that she is going to tell about something. So I was curious to know that how she is like dealing with pe- people uh, l- even after she has like a stammering issue, because for me nowadays it's very difficult to interact with people, because um, as I have observed, my stammering is becoming like worst. Like I am not able to say what I want to say to people, and because of this I'm feeling very demotivated, and also like I am unable to understand that what I should do to manage my stammering. So that was the main reason I joined the call, uh, just to hear that how other people who stammers are managing this.
One minute, like, what profession are you in,
Okay,
Nidhi, if you don't mind, answering.
it's okay. No worries. Right now, I am working in i- insurance domain in operation, along with my data analyst course.
Okay, wow. So you're in which company, if you don't mind answering? I'm sorry
Yes,
then.
I'm in mm, mm, MetLife, which is in Noida.
Okay. Oh,
Yes,
okay, okay. Wow. So I am also in uh i- insurance company as well, where I have to insurance TISA marketing as well. So yes, the thing you said, the question you asked, uh, I would say that don't give power to uh, like to stammering so much. I know it's easy to say. So when I was in my childhood, I always used to think about my stammering thing, and I was always so self-conscious about it. I was always used to think that, oh, I'm going to stammer, oh, I'm going to stammer, and eventually I used to stammer. Take the power out of it. Lisa has made me learn that it's okay to stammer, right? It's okay. There's no pressure. People like it's not necessary that everyone has to speak very fluently. So it's fun. Even if you stammer, you stammer. You take your time. Some people finish it fast and they just wrap it up. But we take our sweet time to say whatever we want to say. I know it's easy to say, but in the like real life, people are not so patient. But you have to take the power out of it. Like you can't get so much conscious that like the more conscious you become, the more you will stutter. This is in my case, I have felt. The more conscious I have become, like how people will perceive me, like people will make fun of me, people will say this, people will say that. And that is when I have spiraled and I have stuttered more when I don't give so much power to people, like like when I take a back seat and I say even if people are going to make fun of me, it's fine. I don't like give power to people so much. And those were the times when I have stammered comparatively less because it didn't bother me what people are going to say. Even if they are going to laugh, they are going to laugh. It's fine. That's their problem that they are not so kind. So yeah, like take the power from it. Like
Yeah.
stammering does not define you. It's just a small part. That's it.
Yes,
That's what
I
I
do.
feel.
I do totally agree with you, but it is, matlab, I am also somewhere insecure with this. Like it might be become a hurdle in my promotions also. If I am working hard, I am giving my best, but like if I want to uh, promoted as a TL, okay, then it will become a barrier, which I think, because people think those positions require good communication skills, okay, and
Right,
we
absolutely.
people take too much time to express
Mhm.
our thoughts or our feelings, okay, and we also think that we and sometimes when we are taking too much time also, that time also we we couldn't say what we want to say, like 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 I face like my mouth is freeze, I can't say
I
anything.
have the same problem. I have the same problem when I get conscious. Like there are three type of stammering problem, right? Where people can say a word, but they like repeat the same syllable. And the second type is where it's like our problem where I can't bring out the words at all, at
Right.
all. Like I just get stuck. So that is the problem I have, and I know.
I would like to add something that the problem is I can't say that word. My mouth is freezing. I can't say.
I understand.
This is the
There has
problem.
been
I think it's
there
better.
have been times
Yeah.
where they asked me there has been times where they asked me my name and because I was so conscious I could not smell because my jaws got stuck. I could not say my name once. So
And
yeah,
then they
there were
will
times.
they
Exactly.
and the question follows up like, have you forgotten your name?
Don't know your name.
Exactly.
I will
The
say that you
question is
talk
there.
to Dr. Sachin about this, Nidhi. Have a conversation with him. He will guide you in the correct way of handling these kind of
Yeah.
situation. Rather
Yeah.
than
Hmm.
us saying, it's better that you talk to Dr. Sachin about it, and also to other mentors that are there in who are there in TISA. They will surely will be there to help you through this.
Yes.
So you should talk to Dr. Sachin about this.
Yes.
He will be so
So
happy to
he
help
can
you.
guide you. Yeah,
Yeah,
he will guide you very well.
yeah,
Yes,
yes.
actually earlier I was the I joined TOPG. Okay,
Mhm.
from there I learned so much techniques like prolongation, slow speaking, bouncing, and there was other assignments also which we have to do, like make a video and upload that on YouTube, okay, and then share on that particular group. So yes, I did all those things, okay, but after some time when I was occupied with my work, then I was not that much active in TISA, but now I'm facing so much problem while speaking. Like my stammering is increased too much. Like earlier it was, if I compare, then earlier it was 50%, but now it is extended to 100%. Now the problem is which I face is my jaw get freeze. Like I can't say that word. Like I'm not able to say that word. I'm trying very hard to speak to try to speak, but no,
Uh,
I can't.
have you tried saying that you stammer before having a conversation? That have you tried? Like
Yes,
to
yes.
customers, like, yeah, I stammer. Please be patient, something like that.
Yes, while having interviews, I always tell them that I might be take your more time because I have stammering issue. Because whenever I used to say my name, that time they says, "Oh, Nidhi, don't be nervous. Please calm." Then I say to them, "No, no, I'm not nervous. I have stammering issue."
It's a
Yeah,
common
that's
thing. Even I face this.
yeah. So you speak with Sir more. I will also
Mhm.
ask Sir to talk to you about this. Uh,
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
thank you. So I think a new person has joined. Viber, you have any questions to ask? I mean, I know
जी
you have joined now.
हाँ जी
Is he, you
Mhm.
have any questions or you want to tell anything, share anything?
जी एक सेकेंड हो हेलो
Yes.
हाँ जी मेरा नाम वैभव है और अभी मैं जाइडस लाइफ साइंस में 4 ईयर से जॉब कर रहा हूँ लेकिन अब मेरे को कंपनी चेंज करनी है अरे तो इसके अंदर ऐसा था कि 4 वीक के पहले है ना सिप्ला कंपनी का एक इंटरव्यू था वहां पे मेरी जो फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन होता है ना वो सबसे अच्छे से स्लोली बोला तो सब कुछ अच्छे से हुआ लेकिन जब क्वेश्चन स्टार्ट हुए ना तो स्पीच के अंदर इशू आ गया और स्टैमरिंग ज्यादा हो गई
Uh, I mean, Oishika, my Hindi understanding is not that good, so you can,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
So, so yeah. So yeah, when you will, हाँ तो आप जब conscious feel करोगे तो yeah, it happens with us as well. So what he tried to say was he had an interview for Sipla. So uska his introduction round was very smooth and he did good. But when the questions started coming, he got he his speech
स्पीड
got
इशू,
very
हाँ स्पीड इशू।
low. हाँ, his speech was like he was facing more problem in speech.
हाँ
So they gave you any time limit to finish, something like that.
क्या
Time
मैम?
limit. Um,
नो 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 नो,
Like,
वहां पे सर ने कहा था कि एकदम शांति से ही आपको बोलना है, और आपको नहीं, आपकी जो भी स्पीच इशू है हमको सब कुछ एक्सेप्टेबल है। लेकिन है ना, मेरा स्पीड इशू है। म- मैं जब स्पीड में बोलने के लिए जाता हूँ ना, तो ही स्टैमरिंग होती है। और जो अगर एकदम शांति से बोलने के लिए जाऊंगा तो मेरे वर्ड अच्छे से खुलते हैं। स्पीड इशू है।
speed issue सबका ही है. It's like more or less. जब हम लोग like आहिस्ता स्लोली बात करते तब हम लोग का उतना like अटकता नहीं है as compared हम लोग जब जल्दी बात करना
हाँ
चाहते हैं,
जी।
तब हम लोग का बहुत like अटकता है. तो वो
जी
तो
मैम।
is a very common problem we all face in our day to day life. तो मैं भी ट्राई करती हूँ कि मैं आस्ते बात करूँ, लाइक मैं अपना टाइम लेके बात करूँ.
हाँ,
सो हाँ.
स्पीड इशू के
Yes.
कारण है ना, स्टैमरिंग ज्यादा हो जाता है।
हाँ, वो है.
so I mean, like, uh, so
What
that
he
is
was saying was,
yeah.
what he was saying that speed is the major problem because whenever he tries to speak very fast, that is when he gets stuck a lot. As compared when he speaks slowly, taking his time, he doesn't face any issue at all.
It's fine if you speak slowly, or even if you want to speak fast and if you stammer, then also it's fine.
Not
Please
take the
take,
power from it.
yeah, you put so much of energy into it, you can actually enjoy stammering to certain extent.
ओके मैम। स्किल है, नॉलेज है, सब कुछ है। खाली है ना, अ, खाली स्पीच इशू के कारण है ना, मेरे 4 से 5 इंटरव्यू है ना खराब ही हुए हैं।
मैं एक बात बोलती हूँ.
जी।
तो जब मैं आफ्टर माय ग्रेजुएशन मैं फ्रैंकफिन में डिप्लोमा की थी. ठीक है, आफ्टर दैट क्योंकि मेरे को केबिन क्रू में ज्वाइन करना था.
हम्म।
तो फॉर दैट मैंने ऑलमोस्ट 30 to 40 इंटरव्यूज दी थी. एक भी क्रैक नहीं हुआ था.
14।
हाँ, बट मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस इतना बढ़ गया था आफ्टर दैट कि मुझे और डर नहीं लगता था बात करने से. एंड मैं बहुत फ्लुएंट भी हो गई थी क्योंकि जब आप इतने सारे मैंने लाइक लाइक आई हैव ट्राइड लाइक गिविंग सो मेनी पीआई राउंड. तो मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस बूस्ट हुआ था. पहले मैं बहुत कॉन्शियस हुआ लाइक करती थी. बट नाउ आई एम नॉट कॉन्शियस. नाउ व्हेन आई गो टू एन पीआई राउंड आई नेल इट बिकॉज पास्ट का एक्सपीरियंस है. लाइक आई हैव नाउ लर्नड हाउ टू कन्वे माई सेल्फ मोर प्रॉपरली. तो आप लाइक करते रहो, हिम्मत मत हारो. दैट्स इट. आप करते रहो. स्टार्टिंग में प्रॉब्लम होगा बट आप करते रहो.
ओके,
That's what I need to say. Like, don't get
घबराहट होती
demotivated.
है, एक
होगा.
सफोकेशन होता है अंदर से।
Obviously very genuine होगा, but इतना ज्यादा मत सोचो, क्योंकि मैं पहले बहुत सोचती थी कि हाँ मैं कैसे बात कर रही हूँ, लोग क्या सोचेंगे, ये वो. बट आफ्टर दैट मैंने सोचना बंद कर दिया, तो मैंने रियलाइज किया कि ठीक है, लोग भी लाइक मेरे फैमिली को लेकर इतना नहीं सोचते हैं जितना मैं सोचती हूँ कि लोग सोचेंगे. तो ठीक है, डोंट गिव देम दैट मच पावर. Just be confident. That's it. सही में.
कॉन्फिडेंट।
Yes, आप जैसे भी हो, से लाइक आप बोलते रहो कि आप जैसे भी हो, people have to accept you.
Yeah.
ओके,
आप फ्लुएंटली बात करो नहीं करो, people have to accept you the way you are. That would
ठीक
I
है।
would say.
Yeah, I think we have to end the conversation now, I guess. And Oishika, thank you so much. You have,
Thank you for having me.
yeah, and thanks for the people who participated. And
Yeah.
so thank you for coming here and sharing your
थैंक यू मैम।
experience. Yeah. Thank you. Bye bye, everyone. I will end the recording now. Bye.